Okay, we're rolling. The hyperbole, we're not rolling. It's a little saying. We say all kinds of little sayings. Eat a horse. We don't really mean it. It's a hyperbole. Okay. Matthew 22. I've been struggling with this one. Few at the wedding. Okay, many are chosen. Cast into outer darkness. What he's really saying here is if there was a mistake made and somebody was at the wedding, heavenly wedding, that wasn't supposed to be, they will be cast out. He's not saying it is that way. Okay? See, we tend to take things, I saw that years ago. Finger dipped in water isn't going to quench a fiery thirst, is it? He's saying even if they come back, they won't believe. They won't believe the prophets. They don't want to believe the truth. They made choices. They don't want to believe the truth. So even if somebody comes back from the dead, he's not saying it is that way. Recent conference, we went to Ottawa. Some of the town council from Banff is there. City council is maybe in Ottawa, Calgary, Alberta here. Our king is there, King Charles. Okay, the king is coming. The true king is coming. We didn't say just second time either. We kind of just take that for granted. No, we read it out of context. Okay, here's one. What will the world be like after the rapture? Play it here a little bit. Some don't want to believe in the rapture at all. Well, it's Latin. It's in the Latin Vulgate for caught up. Where did Elijah go to? Just in the clouds somewhere? See, some people don't want to believe the power of God or others got this idea. They see Santa Claus. Really?
They were here a minute ago. That man on YouTube that showed videos and talked about all of this in great detail in regards to the rapture. He's gone. He must have been raptured out, like he said, to that showed videos and talked about one day the following will be true.
Will happen.
Where have all the people gone?
All the people.
They were here.
Actually, it says few are chosen. Lukewarmness is warned about. A guy yesterday, he's a gravel truck driver. How would you say? Maybe a few bricks short of a full load. Elevator didn't go right to the top floor. I don't know. He's just that type of person, maybe. He thinks I'm too much. You know, I turned it around and said, well, maybe you're too complacent, meaning you're too lukewarm. That's why you go to these places. Most of the people there are lukewarm. Why? What are they teaching? You can have your cake and eat it too. Yeah. A lot of Americans are affluent lifestyles. Think it's all pre-trib. Pentecost already happened. Count to Omar. The others go to the other extreme and think it's post-trib. There's no resurrection from on all of Zechariah 14. Where are we at? Call it mid-trib. Call it pre-wrath. It's terminology. My take is there's 7 candles on the menorah. Enoch was in the first 1,000. The center candle is referred to as Jesus, Yeshua, the servant candle. Pentecost happened. There's 3 catching ups on each side. Revelation 21, New Heaven and New Earth, is considered an eighth event, is new beginning, the number 8. Eyes to see, ears to hear. He said, blessed are those that believe and have not seen. No, you believe what the prophets, what his written word states. Saw a hologram in Israel in 2019, only there once. Reached out to touch the wall. There was no wall to touch. We saw the other holograms. There's tourist things in Dubai and different places. I've never been there. But we saw another hologram, kind of a... You think there was soldiers on the wall. There was no soldiers there. Okay?
A minute ago.
Great deception. Just because we think a movie isn't real. My wife gets freaked out. She didn't grow up watching movies. The Colony Guy, biggest screen TV. And I sit so close to it. Great big screen TV. It's actually too much. Why? They didn't grow up with it. It's hard. It's not everything. It's not real. The horror movie. My wife shouldn't watch them at all. We watch too much of bloodshed and violence, and it affects us. Affects the kids. What? They're not playing around. Just don't punch reset to have a, They're not distinguishing somehow between reality and what is not. It's a great deception. Branch. Can read that. Zechariah chapter 6, branch. Who's the branch? See? Anyway, that was in Matthew. I was thinking about this because it's a hyperbole. It's not saying it is that way. Watch thee for what hour? But they like to quote the, no man knows the angels, but the angels in heaven. No man knows the hour and day. Okay, we should recognize the seasons, but that's actually context before he ascended. And this generation shall not pass away. Oh, gee, which generation he's talking about? Well, I got it. I wrote up here. It's about the parable of the fig tree. And the guy turns around and makes a blank statement. No, there's no fig trees in reference to Israel or anything. Really? Just a blank statement off the wall. Because that's what he wants to believe. Here's one. This is really... Most people don't talk about this. They just kind of skip right past this one. Oh, it's not in the other gospel. So I guess we should just cut this out with a penknife, huh? No. See, go not too far back here. The vinegar. Put it on and read. This is prophetically being fulfilled in the Torah, the Old Testament. This is exactly what Matthew's doing. He opened the blind eyes. That was known by the Jews. It's in the Torah that he would open the blind eyes. But they don't want to see. They already made their minds up. They had a good thing going. They're false, appointed by Rome. Yeah, false priests. How many of us follow these gurus that got a diploma? What? It's all about their lifestyle. They're reaping what they have not sown. Ezekiel 34. Feeding upon the sheep. As Ezekiel is about feeding the sheep. Yeah, well, you feed the sheep first, then you get the wool and the mutton. What are they doing? But most of them don't want to discuss that. Okay. 1 Thessalonians. Guy was going through this. Most of them avoid this verse. But the spirit comes back and joins up with the body again. Really? How come he resurrected Lazarus on the fourth day? He's put it right in their Orthodox eyes. He's an Orthodox Jew, believes to this day that the spirit hovers around for 3 days. Really? He put it right in their Orthodox faces. I am the resurrection and life. Okay? But then the preacher turns around and says, oh, of course Lazarus died again. No, he did not. You won't find it in the Bible. Back it up. They can't. So they avoid me. He says, just believe and you'll never die. Well, Lazarus walked with Jesus. He believed, but he died. It's after you're resurrected. But no, they teach that Lazarus died again. No, the second death is warned about. Okay? He's not the God of the dead. He's the God of the living. See? Allah is, they look forward to dying to get to their heaven. No, he's even said that some will not taste of death. Some. But what do we teach? Oh, everybody in the whole pew is going to be gone. Where does it say that? Pew. In relationship to a skunk, what do you think? It stinks. He says, the iniquity of my people is a stench in his nostrils. Why? Do you think you're just going to float off to his heaven? And meanwhile, you can do whatever you please? Rebellious. Samson was rebellious, had to turn back. Turn back, repent, and be baptized once. Oh, we did that once. That's what the guy was saying yesterday. Did that once. He went to Israel once too. What did he actually get out of his tour? Other people go there, and the guy's JW now. He didn't get much out of his Israeli tour. I got lots. Why? Eyes to see and ears to hear. I talked to the gardener. He gave me a tour of the banana plantation. On and on and on. Why was he working at he wanted to know. People want to know. But no. They're busy doing their own thing. Having their nice buffet breakfasts and dinners. And they don't want to talk to local people. They're afraid to talk to. Thought we were going to get into trouble right away. Live in fear. Yeah, absolutely paranoid when they went there when the Gaza war started. Faith? Huh. They were so afraid. And through covetousness shall they, what? With vain words make merchandise of you. It's all about the money. Comes back and has a conference on a Caribbean cruise boat. And Dares comes back and teach people to give more so they could get blessed. So you mean so you can be blessed and keep traveling around the world? Kind of shocked. Some of these people are going there twice a year. Hardly any planes going to Israel, but they're going twice a year. What? Yeah. Not the ones from Calgary that I know of. The ones from Tacoma, Washington. What? Keep the ball rolling. Revelation 14, verse 4. First Thessalonians 4:14, or Revelation 14, verse 4. See how the first fruits unto God. That's the resurrection of many. This is about the 144,000. It talks about the angel going out, everlasting gospel, angel. That's what the Adventists call the three angels message. Well, this includes the 144,000. That already happened at Pentecost. You know, Pentecost, okay? Called the Feast of Weeks. I wasn't even sure what that Feast of Weeks. Yeah, it's Pentecost. Mexican Mennonites call it Ascension Day. Here, doctrine of how many? A baptism? No, of baptisms. Okay, let us go on to maturity. Okay, Hebrews 5. They teach milk because you want the people to follow them blindly. Oracles of God, and become such as need of milk and not of strong meat. Ought to be teachers, but they don't even know what the oracles of God are. Hebrew chaplain guy years ago. Go through their whole chaplain, he'd been through Lutheran seminary. I should ask the guy that at the Lutheran church local here. He's pretty good in some ways. I believe the elder that doesn't even believe Elijah went to the third heaven is reeling them in. No, he's got to toe the line, their denominational line. Okay. Isaiah 66. The guy didn't even know, him and his wife, that there was another whole chapter. It wasn't in their Lutheran study. See? What are they being taught? Guy didn't want to read Zechariah chapter 5. Why? Wasn't taught at the seminary yet? Well, this is Zephaniah. Yeah, it has Gaza. Here. Zephaniah 2 for Gaza. Gee, it's in the Bible. What's it talking about? Woe unto him that gives his neighbor strong drink. And they bring their wines, their homemade wines, into the Passover function when they're kids at the table. Do you actually believe that a Nazarite turned the water into fermented wine when those children there? We call it fetal alcohol syndrome. It's not just before they left the mother's womb. That's Greek birthday. Hanukkah is he knew us in the womb. Hey, JW teens get taught that a little bit. They don't want them to celebrate their birthday. Well, give them an opportunity to celebrate their month of conception. It's in the Bible. What's the JW's going to say about that? Or about their 144,000, some of their first members. And it just goes on and on. And people point their fingers at other groups. Hey, Mormons, second Adam. Guy says, well, it sounds like Mormon. Our calendar should start when his death and resurrection. Well, I said, well, they do have an odd little thing, right? But the trouble is they spin their other doctrines around, and how many people have been taught to stay in the boat? Hey, the ark is sinking. Yeah. Sounds reasonable, you know. Noah's was preserved in the ark. Yeah. Afterwards, he died. Same as Lot. They both need resurrected. Lot had to get out of the city. It's in context together. The opposite to building with Lot is tearing down. But what are they doing? Building bigger places. Really? Where's all the people coming from? Huh. The one is all Africans pretty well. The other one's all Asians. Big population there coming here. It's not the Canadians. Oh. June 1st, out at Chestmere Lake. Just a oversized slough east of Calgary, Alberta. On the east side of the lake, the town kind of runs along the lake there. Go to the far south side. Baptism. Hey, hope to see you out there. I had paper with my phone number. See, I don't know where it went to now. It was right here. Had it written out. Where'd my wife put that? I don't know. She cleans up stuff and then can't find nothing half the time. 403-830-4124. I'll have to write it out again. Maybe stop this thing and I'll write it out again. See if I can get it started afterwards. This is always a problem too. 21 minutes now. I saw her move it. Turn lights off. They never turn them on. Put stuff away. Can't find stuff. Okay. Maybe I should shut it off. Anyway. Hopefully start it again. Okay, we're counting again. Okay, there we go. 1-403-830-4124, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Okay, put it right up front. People think you're gonna get swamped. No. They hide it away. Hide what they're doing. Maybe we get a little bigger place we can actually barbecue. The guy was supposed to put a deck in, never did it. Kitchen's too overfull. We just got a little place here. Stepson's in San Diego where the airplane crash occurred. Yeah, they hit the power line. Altimeter wasn't working from the weather beacon. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, did a little YouTube on that. I watched that stuff. How come there was no cameras on the bottom of the plane in Washington, D.C.? Why? Is that because the American FAA approval is supposed to be making it safer? There's lots of technology they're not even allowing people to put on. That's why the Canadian plane had to rescue the American off of Antarctica in the middle of winter. Did you know that, Mr. American? You want Canada to be part? Oh, that's lots of politics there. Well, the oil and gas, they come from Texas and Oklahoma. Yeah, Saskatchewan government, Sedco. How much oil did he? 80 years later, Alberta's 4.5 times the population. Why? They were drilling for oil in Saskatchewan before Alberta. They pulled out. The government believed there'd be a shortage of oil. They'll beg us for it. Really. The government had changed in Alberta and said, get it out of the ground while it's worth something. Okay? Totally different thinking. Well, why everybody left Saskatchewan? Everybody. Where'd the money come for the big buildings? Big church. The same denomination in Saskatchewan. They're boarded up, closed up. Do your giving while you're living. That sounds nice. Make out your will. They milked people. JWs do that big time. They got the fire with oil and gas and everything on it. Yeah. Gonna buy your way into his kingdom? Zechariah 14. There's my phone number again. Mention the baptism. Hopefully some Americans come out. Maybe we have a little place we can do a little bit of our own too. Put you in some mikvah tank. How many times is Solomon baptized? What? The answer is, how many wives did he have? Every time he got married. See, what are we taught? There's a Holy Spirit that came on Jesus. He is our salvation. Yeshua, that's what it means. Okay? But people don't want to believe in the Holy Spirit. What do you think, it was a bird that came down on Jesus? Here, Ephesians 4. Descended the same far above all heavens. What? Elisha didn't go, Enoch didn't go far. He just went into a cave somewhere, died by himself. Really? Herbert W. Armstrong. No wonder his son had a falling out with his own dad. Okay, I don't know what that was all about. The smaller group is more Mexican, Spanish, and Jamaican. Here, small little group, Seventh-day Church of God. Herbert W. Armstrong was a bigger, but it all splintered apart when he died. Fathers, provoke your children not to wrath. Son says it's a whale. Father reamed him out. Then he wonders why the son doesn't want to sit in the study. Right. No, it's a fish. Hey, maybe there's a Leviathan. It's a big body of water. Okay? Something in the water. Okay, what was I gonna... Railings, but godliness with contentment is great gain. What they want? Travel around the world on other people's dime like the politicians? Fall into temptation. Joe Richardson. Oh, beware, Book of Enoch. Very deceptive, but he has discernment. No, he just wanted to use it to put aside the pre-trib, which is more American. Tell that to a person from Congo or someplace that is losing half their family. Just a little border dispute, right? They just move in, you gotta move out real quick. Otherwise, you're dead meat. Maybe they'll barbecue. Okay. Half an hour. I'm a little tired. I should have had some coffee. My instant coffee, huh? Throw it in with my Metamucil. Go up, have a coffee. Maybe I should stop this and have it on the way. I'll try that maybe.